Despite heightened fears for their safety, Palestinians have attended the first Ramadan morning prayers at the Great Omari Mosque in Gaza City. It's not far from areas that Israel targeted with airstrikes overnight. The mosque is also near the so-called yellow line that Israeli forces withdrew to under the ceasefire deal. People in Gaza continue to struggle to access food and clean water. They've been forced to organize their fasting day around aid distribution schedules.
Despite
the occupation, the destruction of mosques and schools, and the demolition of our homes near the yellow line, we came in spite of these harsh conditions. Even tonight, when the area was targeted, we remained determined to head to the mosque to worship God.
In Gaza City, Israeli forces attacked several neighborhoods in the east overnight. Al Jazeera's Tareq Azzoum is in Gaza City. So Tareq, Ramadan, as we said, has just begun. One thing has not changed, however, and that's Israeli attacks on the Strip. What's it like in Gaza today?
Well, Cyril, Ramadan begins against a backdrop that remains painfully unchanged. A 20-year-old man was shot by Israeli forces just an hour ago near the eastern part of the city of Khan Yunis, too close to the yellow demarcation line where Israeli forces are stationed and operating effectively to destroy the residential infrastructure at that portion of the Strip. So what we also saw earlier this morning started with the call to prayer that certainly shares the air with drones and the distant echoes of airstrikes. People on the ground have waken up not just to start only fasting, but to absorb a new reality and a new loss that certainly reshapes the emotional landscape of the day, specifically for the family of this young man who was killed today. For them, this day marks a horrific memory that will certainly be memorable for them, and this is also the same situation for Palestinians who are still caught in the endless cycle of unpredictability.
And Tareq, what about the humanitarian situation at the moment? We know that Israel only allows in a fraction of the aid that it should under the ceasefire agreement. How do people find food and secure regular meals for their families?
Well, the humanitarian situation is inevitably is still very dire, and what we can see is that despite the affordability of some products in Gaza's local markets, but they are sold in a very skyrocketing prices. So here, what appears to be availability does not always mean accessibility. Many families do not have the financial capabilities to buy what they truly need. That's why they started to ration and even to prioritize their meals and navigate very unthinkable circumstances. We saw that most of Gaza's families are reliant on community kitchens and support provided by UN actors across their aid distribution centers deployed across the territory. And the statements that have been put out by UN key actors continue to suggest that the amount of aid sent to Gaza remains far below what's truly needed, and the humanitarian crisis did not witness serious alleviation or even a change for people who have been going through the repercussions of starvation and have been drained by months of conflict, displacement and terrible humanitarian conditions.
Tareq Azzoum reporting from Gaza City. Thank you very much to you and your team, Tareq.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.